Hey everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's Promo, and today we'll be doing the charge test from 0 to 100% on the brand new Google Pixel 4 XL. Now the battery size of the XL is a 3700 milliamp hour battery, and the charger that came from the box, which is what we'll be using today, is an 18 watt charger. Now as comparison, I did do one with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which does have a larger battery at 4300 milliamp hours, and it is able to charge at either 25 or 45 watts. Now the outcome of that is that when it is plugged in, it's able to charge at 1 hour, 1 minute. And with the wireless charging, it's able to charge at 1 hour, 11 minutes. So I have a feeling, just a hunch, that the charge time of this phone going wireless charging is going to be very similar to the charge time of this, because this one is 18 watts with a smaller battery versus a 25 watt charger on a larger battery capacity. Now, all I will be doing today is taking a look at the battery percentage at 15 minutes and 30 minutes when the phone is turned off. Then we will turn it on, take a look at it at 45 minutes, and then take a look when it's at 100%. So we'll take a look at the battery percentage at 4 areas. So now that we are plugged in, we'll start the timer. So now that we've been plugged in for a minute, just as a reminder, we will be coming back at increments of 15 and 30 minutes, and the phone will be off this full entire time, because if your phone is dead, more than likely you're in for a scrap of time if you need to leave within 30 minutes. So you might either have your phone off or in airplane mode. This is what we are replicating. Then we'll turn it on, we'll see where we are with 45 minutes, and then at 100%. Okay, so it's been the 15-minute mark, and so now we're sitting at 24%. So that's not a crazy huge spike of a charge at the very beginning of a smartphone that we've seen. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus was quite a bit higher than that. It was closer to around, 30, 35%. I can't remember exactly. But we are sitting here at 15 minutes, 25%. So you have a quarter of a charge in 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys back at the 30-minute mark. So here we are at the 30-minute mark. The Google Pixel 4 XL is sitting at 48%. So it's almost half of a charge in half of an hour. With the Pixel 4 XL turned on, it states that it's sitting at 49%, charging rapidly with 38 minutes left. So usually this one is a number that's pretty close, but not 100% accurate. It could be closer to maybe 42 or 43 minutes, just because towards the end of any charge time of any phone, it does take a little bit longer to charge as it pulls in less wattage into the phone, just to kind of conserve and save the battery for long usage. Here we are at the 45-minute mark. The Google Pixel 4a has been turned on for the last 15 minutes. We were sitting at 48%, now we're sitting at 68%. So with the phone turned on, after the 15 minutes, it did go up by 20%, which is a pretty good number. So usually, sometime after 80%, this will slow down just a little bit. So since we are pulling in the last leg of the charge, usually the last 20%, so once it hits 80%, the rest of the charge usually would slow down, but it still states about 23 minutes until a full charge. So it looks like we might be sitting somewhere around 1 hour 5 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes. We'll kind of see, which is still a pretty good number for a phone with this size of battery, the 3700 milliamp hour battery, along with an 18 watt charger. So just for the record on video, just so you guys know, right after this thing hit right around 90%, it took a massive cut in charging speed. So it states that it's at 96%, 4 minutes left. But you can see here it's been 1 hour and 17 minutes. I was expecting it to take right around 1 hour and 10 minutes versus what it stated from before. So this is something that you're going to see is, again, anytime any smartphone goes past that 80%, 85, it slows down a little bit. When it gets down to like 90, 95, 98%, it gets really small. So it's probably pulling in right around 3 watts from this moment on. So this last, 4%, it's going to take a little bit longer than 4 minutes. So again, we'll see you guys back in just a few minutes. And there we go. So we just flipped over to fully charged. So we are now at 100%, and it took 1 hour and 27 minutes. Now I'd have to say the last 2% felt like watching paint dry, but you know what? We are there. That happens to every single smartphone out there. The last little leg just goes just a little bit slower, a little bit less wattage going into the phone, but that's the way that every smartphone is. It's a way to preserve the life of the battery. So just to recap everything we saw here today, after 15-minute charge, we saw it go up to 25%. After 30 minutes of a charge, it was up to 48%. So it was almost half a charge in half of an hour, which is what you would expect. After 45 minutes, it was sitting at 68%. And then the 100% mark took 1 hour and 27 minutes. So as a comparison versus the larger battery in the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, this one was able to charge wirelessly 0 to 100% in 1 hour, 11 minutes, which is right around 15 minutes quicker than this phone plugged in with a smaller milliamp hour battery. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys were curious on the charging speeds of, let's say, maybe the Galaxy Note 10 Plus versus the Google Pixel 4 XL, this one is able to charge right around 27 minutes faster plugged in. But I'd have to say the battery life so far of the Pixel 4 XL was pretty good. It was not at 100%, and it took 23 hours for it to die with regular usage. So now that it's at 100%, I'm curious to see how well it does. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit on subscribe. You can subscribe right over here on the very bottom left-hand side. If you guys liked this video, then more than likely you're going to like this video as well. And I'll see you guys later.